Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you're an expat living out your absolute best life on the beautiful coast of Ecuador, especially right here in Salinas, you already know that animals are just a massive part of a local culture. Whether you're taking a morning stroll down the Malecon or just chatting with your neighbors, animals are literally everywhere. So today, we're going to learn some vital, everyday Spanish pet vocabulary. We're going to take a virtual tour of the coast, meet some amazing locals, and get you talking confidently in no time. All right, let's look at our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at general coastal pet life, then we'll meet Maria's rescue dogs, visit a condo cat up in Guayaquil, and check in on the Morales family and their dogs. After that, we'll put all these words together into some practical conversations before it's your turn to practice. Simple enough, right? Let's get into it.
Section 1. Pets on the coast, or in Spanish, las mascotas en Salinas.
So, living in Salinas means seeing pets pretty much everywhere you look. From the tiny dogs tucked away inside those high-rise apartments to the animals happily roaming outside, pets, or mascotas, are just a central part of daily life here. And that brings us right to our very first key vocabulary word, la calle, which means the street. While a lot of pets stay safely indoors, you'll definitely notice that many dogs run around la calle. Knowing this word is absolutely crucial for your daily walks. If a neighbor warns you about a dog in la calle, well, you know exactly where to look.
And because of that, the really crucial point here is that we must tener cuidado. This phrase means to be careful or to take care. Because there are just so many animals out in la calle, we must tener cuidado with the street dogs to make sure they don't suffer any harm or accidents while we're driving or out walking. It's a phrase of caution, but also of compassion, and you are going to use it all the time here in Ecuador.
Moving on to Section 2, Maria's rescue dogs, or María y su gran corazón. We're going to meet a really wonderful coastal woman who dedicates her entire life to helping the animals we were just talking about on the streets. Maria is a woman who lives on the coast and has a very big heart. Translated, that means Maria is a woman who lives on the coast and has a very big heart. Un corazón muy grande. And why is her heart so big? Because she spends her days rescuing those street dogs. She really provides an incredible service to the community.
Of course, rescuing street dogs means she encounters animals that are injured or sick. When Maria finds a dog in need, she doesn't hesitate. She immediately takes them to el veterinario. Just like it sounds in English, el veterinario is the vet or veterinarian. It's a super easy cognate to remember and honestly an essential one for your own pet's health as well.
But Maria's work doesn't just stop at emergencies. She also helps her neighbors esterilizar their pets. This verb means to fix, spay, or neuter. By helping to esterilizar the animals, she's working hard to control the local street population. For expats who often get involved in the local animal rescue groups here on the coast, and I know many of you do, this is an incredibly useful verb to keep in your back pocket.
Okay, let's do a quick knowledge check. ¿A qué tipo de animales ayuda María? So what type of animals does María help? I'll give you a second to think about the Spanish word we just learned. You got it? She helps the dogs in la calle, the street dogs. It really is inspiring to see how one person can make such a massive difference.
Section 3. Condo cats in Guayaquil, or La vida con un gato.
Now we're going to move away from the sunny streets of Salinas for just a moment and head into a nice, modern condominium in the bustling city of Guayaquil to meet our next local, Carlos. Carlos vive en un condominio con su gato llamado Missy. Carlos lives in a condo with his cat named Missy. For Carlos, living in a busy apartment building means a cat is the absolute perfect pet. In fact, Missy is his best company, su mejor compañía.
And Missy isn't your stereotypical aloof or grumpy cat either. The word to describe him is cariñoso, which means affectionate or loving. Every single day when Carlos comes home from work, this cariñoso cat greets him right at the door with a soft meow. It's a wonderful adjective you can use to describe any friendly pet, or, even a loving family member.
Now let's look at a totally essential daily vocabulary phrase, la caja de arena. Literally, this translates to the box of sand, but it means the litter box. If you have an indoor cat in a condo, this is your daily reality. Carlos diligently cleans la caja de arena every single day to keep his apartment smelling fresh.
Time for another mini quiz, folks. ¿Qué actividades hace Carlos diariamente para cuidar a su gato? What activities does Carlos do daily to care for his cat? Let's recall his routine together. First, he cleans la caja de arena. Second, he gives Missy fresh food. And finally, he plays with his cariñoso cat for a few minutes after work.
Simple, for sure, but so full of love.
Section 4. The Morales family dogs, or Una familia y sus dos perros.
Bringing us right back to the beach, we meet the Morales family, which perfectly illustrates the very different stages of a dog's life and a debate I'm sure we've all had, el cachorro versus perro anciano. The Morales household actually has one of each. On one hand, they have a 1-year-old cachorro, a puppy. He's wild, highly active, loves to run all day, and is constantly playing with his ball. On the other hand, they have a perro anciano, a very slow, calm, and wise old dog.
And take a guess how old this perro anciano is. 18! She is 18 years old. I mean, that is just incredible for a dog. To describe a female dog of this age, you would use the words anciana or vieja, meaning elderly or old. Despite her age, she is completely healthy and happy, even if she has to take things a bit slow these days.
A big reason she's lived so happily to 18 is because of this exact word, mimos. This translates to pampering or cuddles. All the children in the Morales family treat their old dog with just incredible patience, showering her with mimos all day. It beautifully proves that dogs aren't just pets. They really are beloved family members their whole lives, deserving of mimos from the energetic puppy days all the way through to their senior years.
Section 5. Practical pet conversations, or diálogos en pareja. Okay, we're going to put all this vocabulary into real, practical dialogues you might actually have at a local animal shelter, or maybe when you're just making small talk with a neighbor in your building. Imagine you're at a local adoption shelter. You might say something like, Dante, here, quiero adoptar un perro, pero vivo en un departamento. I want to adopt a dog, but I live in an apartment. This is a perfect, simple way to express your desire to adopt while clearly stating your living situation so the volunteers can match you with the right pet.
And how might the volunteer, let's say it's Maria, respond? Necesita comida seca, agua fresca y 2 paseos al día. He needs dry food, fresh water, and 2 walks a day. She's explaining the daily requirements of adopting a young, calm dog like Bruno. Understanding these basic care phrases ensures absolutely nothing gets lost in translation when you're taking on the huge responsibility of a new pet.
Now, let's jump over to a neighbor dialogue to reinforce our cat vocabulary. A curious neighbor asks if a cat is hard to care for in a condo, and you reply, Solo necesito limpiar la caja de arena y darle comida todos los días. I only need to clean the litter box and give him food every day. See how simple it is to describe condo pet care? You're literally just stringing together the exact words we learned earlier.
Section 6. Your turn to speak, or preguntas de discusión.
Well, look at that. You are now fully equipped with both the vocabulary and the cultural context to step right out your front door and start your own conversations here in Salinas. Whether it's complimenting a neighbor's cachorro or asking the local vet a question, you've got the tools you need. To wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with this profound A2 level question from our source material. ¿Cómo cambia la vida de una persona o de una familia cuando llega un perro a la casa? How does the life of a person or a family change when a dog arrives at the house? I want you to really think about your answer to this, but try to do it in Spanish. Challenge yourself to use the words we've practiced today. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep practicing those mimos for your own pets, and I highly encourage you to go chat with your local neighbors today. See you next time.